afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, this beautiful art. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I saw something that I just had to react to because it's really important for you to understand this. And this is the case where it seems most women have a list of all the guys she has been with. Well, is this something that but you want to listen to? Let's get on to this. This is a reaction from the channel of Michael Knowles. We want to see what he has to say about this.
Speaking of numbers, speaking of big numbers, the Call Her Daddy podcast gal is weighing in on girls' body counts, weighing in on promiscuity and how that affects relationships and marriages.
My boyfriend has a very big issue with my past. He found my list of people I have been with, and he was pissed. He actually broke up with me initially, but after a while, we got back together. The issue now is I feel like he is constantly making judgmental comments about me being easy or having a high body count. He always says he's just kidding, but how can I get him to stop caring that I was with guys before him? I feel like every single girl has a list of the guys she's ever been with.
The gentlemen, you have to understand that when the feminist movement took over, this is was one of their main goals, to get women to be as promiscuous and to actually celebrate being promiscuous. And on this other side, they decided to feminize the men. And men, because they just want a little taste, they always follow. So at this particular moment, we have actually a big problem. He found out she was a 3 or 4, left, and then came back. So he lost all his power. Let's carry on.
How fun. I remember the men that have been inside of me, and I have a husband, and that's okay.
Listen to how she speaks about it. The men who've been inside of me. She's trying to push it in. She's trying to insist. She's trying to show you that she doesn't care. It doesn't matter. In fact, she's happy and proud of this. That's it.
Sounds like a really insecure or possessive man. We've all lived, we've all had a good time, and if anything, everyone we've been with prior to has helped us become the person we are today. I think,
which is an arrogant, promiscuous, disloyal, materialistic, and basically a loser of a woman. That's what it made you. I don't know why they think that they are better people, really. Listen to her. Is this somebody that you would be with? She has a husband. I'm telling you, seems to be the end of us.
I think your answer next time he says that, if you were just being catty, is like, what's your point? I was so easy. What's your point? Do you not want to be with me anymore?
The point is, yes, I don't want to be it anymore. And I think you're disgusting. And I think that you should die alone with a bunch of cats that don't even like you. There.
He's like, well, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm really shocked, like, how easy you were. What's your point? What's your point? Are you trying to put me down right now? Or do you want me to get upset?
Have you noticed how she became a victim? You're trying to put me down right now? No? Oh, you're already down. I'm just trying to remind you that you're down. And in my opinion, any man that puts himself in this kind of position deserves everything that's coming to him. For example, she is married to some fool. I'm sure it's one of these feminist men in the West. There are a dime a dozen, I'm telling you.
Upset? Do you want me to defend myself? Like, you let me know what's your point? What do you want me to do? You want me to leave? You want me to call them? Do you want me to detail everyone for you? Do you want me to pretend you're the first person I've ever had sex with? Like, what do you want? What will make you feel better? You little boy.
Listen to that. You see, this is what has happened to men. These weak, pathetic women are calling you names and calling you out on the internet because you cannot control yourselves. Any trash you bring into your house, This video is specifically for this type of men. They bring in trash. They are always dropping standards. So we have no standards. And all these degenerate women think they can come on the internet and say what they want because they know, a lot of these rules are men that will take the bad deal. It doesn't matter. They just be the little taste of the Pulani. Gentlemen, if you're one of these people and you're watching this video, just understand that you're at the bottom of the pile. You're a bottom feeder.
What do you want? If I were that guy, what I would want is for her to admit that she did something wrong that hurt me, that hurt him, the guy, the boyfriend or the husband in this situation.
How can she admit she did something wrong when she doesn't think she did something wrong? Or at least she knows she did something wrong, but she has to defend her actions. How do you do that? You really can't. What you need to do is not engage, gentlemen. Why is it so difficult for so many of you to just don't engage with these bottom feeders? So that now any woman up there who's actually trying to live the light way looks at you, see how you're chasing all these bottom feeder women, and they decide, oh, maybe that's the way, that's what men want. And now there's a cascading effect where every other woman you meet is a hoe.
And just acknowledge that. That's what I would want if I were that guy. She says, what is he? Sounds like a really possessive guy. If you don't want a possessive guy, why are you married? What's the point? If you don't want your husband to feel a bit possessive of you, why are you getting married? Marriage involves possession. It involves belonging one to another. Why would you even be in a relationship? Why would you even date someone?
It's because they want to have the option to do what she's done for most of her life, sleep around. That's why they talk about that possession thing like it's a bad thing. Personally, that's why I would never join such an institution with such people, because it is not worth it just to bust a nut. You can get that for $50. That's all you want. You want to bust a nut. Don't be pathetic, gentlemen.
In an exclusive way, if you don't want to be possessive. Being exclusive means and entails being a little possessive. She did something wrong. Why is the guy making the snide comments? He shouldn't do that either. But the reason he's doing that is because he's hurt. He's hurt because she did something wrong to him, maybe before she even met him. But when a woman is promiscuous, she is harming, she is injuring her future husband. Just a fact. And it's going to cause him pain. Even if she hasn't met him yet. Because it's painful to think of the woman you love having done things with other guys.
And this is the thing, because their past actually do matter. We all know that anybody who talks about my past doesn't matter, man or woman, is You know that, I know that, everybody knows that. But somehow we keep on tolerating this idea. Oh, my past doesn't matter. I have seen a lot of men do this. Her past matters because it shapes who she is right now. I know she's not better for having 200 in her mouth. She's not. That is somebody who doesn't feel anymore. It's transactional for her. But if that's what you want, why don't you just pay the $30 to $50 and get it over with? Why do you have to domesticate these ratchets, gentlemen?
It's painful. Any guy in the world will tell you that. And so, whatever, we all do bad things. And you can move on. And it's whatever. It's this culture that we're in, and we accept that, there are fallen aspects of the world, and we try to do better. But you need to acknowledge it. That's the issue. The reason the insecure boyfriend keeps making the snide remarks is because you won't acknowledge that you did something wrong. It was wrong for you to sleep around. And you should acknowledge it, that it was wrong. And you should, I don't know, maybe say you're sorry. Even if you don't, at least acknowledge, like, man, I shouldn't have done that. That was bad, huh? Man, I'm glad I'm better now. I'm glad I've turned my life around. Because part of the insecurity for that guy is, well, hold on, if she didn't think there was anything wrong with that, who knows? Maybe she should do it again.
It's because that's exactly it. But he's put himself in that position. She's going to do it again. And this time it will cost him money. It will cost him wealth because he'll be married to her and they have to split things. In the West, I don't understand why any man would get married in the West. It's an actually horrible deal, whichever way you look at it. Culturally, financially, socially, name it. It's a bad deal. But you guys can't control yourself. You have no impulse control. That's why so many of these women are so arrogant. Because she speak like this, talk about all their men who've been inside of me, because she knows she has a weak, pathetic man at home for her husband. He would not do anything. He's actually possibly accepted it. She would rather come and say, oh, we need an open relationship. And he would jump in. These are the scourge of the earth, ladies and gentlemen. Simps.
I'm investing my life into this woman, but she didn't treat herself with the value and the dignity that I treat her. There seems to be a mismatch in price here. Who's right? Who's wrong? Yeah.
Yes, it's because a lot of men are overpaying for used goods. You're paying for damaged goods. You're overpaying for it. In fact, you wife them and have kids with them. Disgusting.
I've really changed, honey, and you know I did bad things when I was young, but I've changed and I've become a more dignified, serious person now, and I'm actually worthy of the love that you've given to me, and maybe I wasn't then, you know. And anyway, I'm sorry. That's it. But the woman can't face it because she's drunk on feminism, which is only going to make the problem worse. And then the guy's going to behave in a feminist way too. Not acting like a man, acting like a little snide girl.
Exactly. That is what I'm talking about. It takes a particularly weak, feminized man to accept these low standards. And also needy and pathetic.
These little snide comments, these little jokes. But, you know, jokes always have a little element of truth to them. That's it. That's it. And she can help him get over it. But you got to acknowledge reality.
Now, I will stop this video here. You can go and finish this video over there at the Michael Knowles channel. Yes, so gentlemen, this video was actually specifically to the men that tolerate this. I'm actually celebrate this. You are the reason why you're not having good relationships. Because you've dropped standards. So now every woman out here, from the ugliest to the hottest, they think they can just get away with things because you let them get away with things. You do not have any standards anymore. And that's why I am glad the RP movement started, so at least for those who have half a brain, they can be saved. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you did like that video, I don't know what you take, leave a comment down in the comment section. Leave a like and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share it with your friends. Until next time, peace.